Okay. I'm so happy. I'm so geeked.
Are you?
I've been wanting to talk to you for so long.
I am nervous, but it's okay.
Why are you nervous?
I
No,
don't know, but I am
I,
nervous tonight.
I don't know why y'all be nervous with me of all freaking people. Oh my.
I don't know.
Well, so we're gonna get started with this. We're gonna kiki,
Okay.
have some fun, and we're
Mhm.
gonna answer some questions that ain't gonna be too crazy. But
Mhm.
introduce yourself, the genre you write in, and anything you want them to know before we get started.
Okay. Hey, my name is Jatoria Cruz. I write in urban romance and dark romance. I love to read books. I am a book girly. I love things all books. Anything with romance in, I devour. I love love, but my characters tend to be unhinged. And I think that's it.
That was an understatement. That was an understatement. Your writing has evolved so much from the first time I read a book from you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like your very first book. Cold. What was the name of it? Cold something.
Are
What
you
was that?
talking about Kaya falling for a cold blooded
Yes,
savage menace? Yes, you're talking
minutes.
about Chaos
Yeah,
book.
that was the first book I read from you, and then it just went straight to hell after that. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
Chaos was my first book kind of testing the dark romance waters. It was my way to see how my audience would react if I up the unhinged level. So even though it was classified as an urban romance, it was really my way of testing to see, hey, are y'all gonna rock with me if I go dark? So
I thought Alexa was that Alexa, because them motherfuckers was unhinged. I don't know what's up with you and cousins and brothers. They are absolutely out of their fucking minds. Now, what is it about the dark romance? What about it that intrigues you so much that you want to write about it?
because if the love isn't passionate for me, if it's not damn near obsessive, I don't want it. So when I write my characters, I want to display love. I mean, of course, we all love the soft and romantic, sweet love, but I want to know that the man I got at home, he don't play by me. So that's how I write my characters.
You know what? I'm with Tony. Your voice don't match the craziness that you fucking write.
And you know what? Believe it or not, this is not my professional voice. I have a professional voice that is different. And all my life, I've always been told, you don't look how you sound. It's just a voice.
Girl, you right. Crazy ass motherfuckers that's out here dismembering folks and throwing bombs at motherfuckers.
Wait till you read this new one.
I don't even know what to say at this point because I feel like I'm being tortured, but at the same time, it's a good torture because you are an author who really is putting me in a dark romance type of, feel. I don't like dark romance. I
Your
just,
video, I watch it anytime I need a laugh. I go and replay the video because, for one, I love honesty, right? I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a very honest person. So your reactions, your live reactions, it cracks me up every time because you was struggling, but you saw it through, and that's what I like to see. I like to see honesty. Like, tell me how you feel about my book, so I know where I need to, you know.
yeah, well, you know, I can only do what I can. Because your book took me through it. Like, The Devil Wears Baccarat, that first book,
Mhm.
had me damn near about to say, you know what? I'm finna turn off this camera. I'm finna turn off the camera. Y'all don't need to see no more. I'm about to turn off this camera. Because it was straight unhinged, you know what I'm saying? And you did it in it with an interracial couple. Now,
Mhm.
how was that, writing an interracial couple with this black woman and this crazy lunatic white man, and keeping it so that he never crossed the line where it came off as racist or demeaning to her?
that was my point. Like I said, I read a lot of books, and I mean a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've read a lot of interracials, and sometimes the black women in those interracials sound unblack, right?
Mm.
So when my characters come to me, because all my characters come to me before I write them, I was like, hey, if we finna do this, I'm not sugarcoating. These ladies are gonna stay true to who they are. So that was my main focus, because never will you catch me writing a story where a black woman isn't being loved correctly. That's not me. So that's why I was like, okay, we're gonna do this, but we're gonna do it correctly. We're not whitewashing nothing. I'm sorry.
That's what's up. Now, what got you into writing in general? What was the defining moment in your life where you said you wanted to be an author, you want to be in the indie world? What was that defining moment for you?
I think I went through like a soul searching to try to figure out who I was. And during that process, I got into astrology. When
Mm-hmm.
you study astrology, you learn about skills you didn't know you had. So my astrology chart points a lot towards being a good writer.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried my hand at a children book, and it was okay, but I didn't have a big following. So I
Mm-hmm.
walked away from it. A year later, I was sitting on my couch, and it was a notebook in front of me, and it was just like, pick up and start writing. And I kid you not, I picked up that notebook and I just started writing. At first, I thought it was like a way to heal a past relationship, because a lot of the stuff in my first book did happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here I am 3 chapters later, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent it out to a few publishers, and I heard back the same day.
I mean, Jatoria, you write your ass off.
And I tell people a lot, it's not, it's a real talent. Like I don't outline my stories. I don't I literally, my characters talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I give them like a week to tell me like, hey, what we doing? And then I go in blind. I just start typing.
That's scary. That's scary. Coming from a bitch that's a sociopath, that's scary.
It's not scary to me, because I give my mind permission to do what it do. I have to trust
Mm-hmm.
my pen, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
uh the Devil Wears Baccarat 2, Constantine, he had me stressed. He was like, I'm finna drown her, and I'm finna do this. And I'm like, you
Had
finna
you
do what?
stressed?
I'm like, you finna do what? These people are gonna counsel me. But it works. It turns out it works. I just trust my pen.
Had you stressed?
I'm
What
a,
the fuck?
like I said, it is different levels to darkness, right? And I
Yeah.
never want people to get accustomed to my writing. So my new
Mm-hmm.
character, Mason Neiman, is he unhinged? Yeah, but it's not gonna be. In some ways, it's gonna be in the way you expecting it, but in other ways, y'all gonna be like, Jesus Lord.
Jatoria. God
I'm telling
damn.
you, but I think you really gonna like him. You personally, you're gonna like him.
Uh, well, I can say this. I like how you took that last book really, even though I was like, this motherfucker is out of his motherfucking mind. But, but the
Mhm.
caveat to that is the way you describe the mental health issue.
Mhm.
I really love that. And a lot of people don't know about sociopaths. So they have no idea what a sociopath goes through on a daily basis. And I commend you for doing that because I am a diagnosed sociopath.
I know.
So so it really hit home for me, and
Mhm.
I absolutely love Brit. I actually I was out of all the books, that was the one. That was the one for me. That was the one. Even though he was just bruh. But out of all of it, that was my favorite one. That
And
third book.
I'm really happy you liked it, because sometimes when I'm writing, I will think of people, and you
Mm,
did cross my mind, and I wanted to make sure it was a character that you can relate to and people could understand it better.
it it was
Like,
it was so good. Like I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I said, I don't read dark romance, but you have gradually brought me into the fold a little, a little. I'm taking baby steps here. So don't none of y'all suggest no crazy shit. But
and then she's talking to you.
Look, she already know. Shannon already know. Don't tell me shit. Nothing. Now, you have
Mm-hmm.
all this under your belt because in your short period of time, you have hit us with banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
Mm-hmm.
What is the move? Is it going to be continuous dark romance? Are we going to get urban fiction? Are we going to get paranormal?
The next book that's coming out on my birthday, 12/04, is a mixture. It's urban and dark. That's my next goal, was to mix my two favorite genres together in ASIC. So this is where The Devil Wears Baccarat was an urban. Oh no, this one is urban. You're gonna get my classic urban pen, but it is dark also. After that, I won't say I will jump into another genre soon, but I
Mm-hmm.
do want to explore other genres in the future.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. You, what is your idea of um love? What is your idea of romance besides what you just said about the possession? You know, that's all great and all, but what is your idea of love when it comes to black romance? And I don't mean black romance is it's just black and black, just being loved on, a black person being loved on. Let me put it like that.
For me, love has to be sure. It has to be safe. And when I say safe, I'm not just talking about having somebody that's strong.
Mm,
Um, our values need to align. I am never going to be a girl to tell anybody to be with anybody who is not financially stable, because stability is safety.
mm,
Safety and having somebody at the end of the day that you can feel safe with is everything to me. So that would be my version of love, knowing that no matter what I go through throughout the day, whatever happened at work, whatever happened with the kids or the family, when I'm in my husband's presence, I am safe.
mm. So, what makes a book bay?
For me,
Mm-hmm.
I need mine's a hinge. I need mine's don't play by me. I need
What is
mine's
unhinged to you? What is
sprinkle
unhinged?
sprinkle. I need mine's with some money in his pocket.
Not sprinkle sprinkle.
When I say unhinged, some of the stuff in the books be extra. And we
Mm,
love that, right? But you can't
yes.
do it in real life. But I do want it to be like, I never have to wonder if my husband has a wondering eye, because I know for a fact, listen, that man don't play by me. That man love me. So when I say unhinged, he'll cuss you out before I cuss you out, because nah, he don't play that.
I heard that. And what is it about an unhinged female?
Well, I
That-
believe in balance. I mean, it's okay to be soft, but
Mhm.
being too soft in anything, too much of anything is a problem, right? Too much
Yes.
light. And a lot of people don't know this because they believe if you be nice all the time and you be sweet all the time, I used to be that person. It
Mm,
makes you a better person, but it doesn't. It makes you a pushover.
it does.
That man isn't gonna respect you.
Yeah. And I don't advise hit them, but
Oh no, no, and I
but
never,
tell them,
domestic violence is never a no.
but stand your ground.
Hmm.
Now, what is urban fiction to you? What does that mean when you write urban fiction? What does that mean to you?
Urban fiction, because I grew up in what some would consider the hood. Urban
Mm-hmm.
fiction is just reality in a way. It's like a starting point for me. Is what I grew up seeing, is what I grew up knowing. So that's what urban fiction is to me, is stories told in a language that I understand, because that's the language that I grew up around. And when I'm
Yes.
saying language, I'm not just saying as far as, English, or I'm saying like the places I saw, the food I experienced. That's
Mm.
how I grew up. So that's what urban fiction is to me.
Now, with all that being said,
Hmm.
how do you keep yourself focused and not led astray by your thoughts? Because characters might come left or right at you. How do you keep focused on one particular book without getting away from it and leaving it on the back burner too long?
I do struggle with this because it never fails. It seems like when I'm getting close to the end of a book, my next character always want to pop his head up. Um, I let my characters speak a little bit, but once it's to the point like, okay, they're ready, I will push myself harder. I can be kind of chaotic. It could be some days where I only write 2,000 words. Then it's another day I do a whole 20K. Anytime I'm pulling a 20K day is because I have to get this done because my next characters are ready. So it's time for me to close this chapter.
So, what is it that you are going to accomplish in the next couple of years with this dark romance run that you want?
My goals,
What's the goal for that?
my next goal is to get the top 100 on Amazon chart. Devil Wears Baccarat hit 116 and 103. It
Are
didn't
you
get.
fucking for real? That didn't hit number one?
It did hit number one on the urban charts, but I'm speaking as far as the whole Amazon
That's what I'm
chart.
saying. On the
I think right now the only person who's even got that close in the last few years is Jaquel J with her Capadonna, and that's got down to number 6 and number 8 on the charts, on the top 100 charts of all books. But the closest I've got is 103. That is my next goal, to get the top 100. After that, I wouldn't mind giving y'all a movie or so in the future to see how that goes.
shit, I would need to see the Devil with Rocket movie. Because god damn, I need to see that live and living color with the right motherfucking white boy.
The right one. Yeah.
The right one.
Mm-hmm.
Because we ain't gonna do like J.R. Ward doing with us.
I haven't seen it.
You don't need to.
I believe you. I trust you.
It's too pale for me. That's not how she wrote them in the book. So,
No.
it's just a little too pale for me.
You said he's too white.
Huh?
You said he's too white?
All of them too white. Like, the tan ain't in them. I mean, I understand the vampires, but in the book, they didn't look like they wasn't moisturized. You know what I'm saying? The cast that she has now, they look kind of dry. Like, they're thirsty. Like, they crackerish.
Okay.
They pale.
Pale. Too pale.
Like Twilight.
Hold on now. I love me some Edward. I do. Too pale for you?
I like Jacob.
He was sweet, but I like mine unhinged.
That is true. I still See, dark romance, not for me. No, but as you're going along in this, and you have all these goals and expectations for yourself, how do you make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself with these goals and expectations that it caused you to burn out?
I am getting better with scheduling my time. I'm doing a new challenge of 3K a day. Sorry. If I can write 3,000 words in 2.5, 3 hours a day, I will never fall behind schedule no matter what, right? So I'm training myself to get 3,000 words done within 2 to 3 hours. So no matter what I'm doing, no matter what's going on, I will never fall behind. Now, that's not necessary to do every day once I get to where I want to be. But I mean, stuff like that is how I stay without being too chaotic. Because like I said, I can get manic. It can be some days where I would just sit down and do nothing but write. But when I go manic, it's not good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long before, okay, you had Alexa, and then you had, what was the next one after Alexa? It was
Obsessed with a plus size Barbie.
And then it was Baccarat. How long between series does it take you to come out with the next thought process of the next series?
By the time I'm at the end of a book, I already about know where I'm going next. The next character has already came to me. But I do not, when I finish writing a book, I take a week to myself because I'm a reader. I need to get my reading in, and I also give myself time for my characters to come to me and tell me what they want me to say with the next story. So by the time I do sit down, I know where I'm going.
How important is it to listen to your characters and not override their thoughts?
For me, it's very important because it works for me. every one of my series have been extremely successful for me only to be in the industry 1 year. And it comes from me just trusting my pen.
1 year? Wait, you only been in for 1 year?
Mm-hmm.
Why it seem like you have been in this shit for like 10 years or some shit?
No, 1 year. Next April will make 2.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn. It don't seem like that, Jatoria. It just don't seem like that. So what is the one thing that you haven't conquered in regards to your male characters that you said maybe this might be too far, but you really, 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 really want to put it in the book? I don't even trust that look. Like, I'm scared. What is it?
I pass on that question. I do know the answer to that question, but that's a dark answer. Dark, a little too dark, I think, for right now. Maybe one day.
Oh hell.
It's dark.
Yeah, gradually lead me into the path of hell first. Gradually lead.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that as a black woman in the industry, and especially going into dark romance where it's usually a predominantly white type of genre, that you can be that one that can break into that fold that, I'm here. I'm a dark romance writer. See, I got the chops.
Yes, and the only reason why I think I can is because the way I study the industry, right? I spend a lot of time daily studying the industry, what works, what don't work. It's the reason why I believe I've been so successful as far as I've been. I also pour into the people who pour into me. You know, you
Mm.
was my first art member, the very first one,
I
and
was.
you was the first
Oh,
one.
I'm
I
quick.
inboxed you and you put me onto Nisi and Shannon.
Mm.
So, and that's another thing. Like my team, I build my team around people who really enjoy my books. I don't choose random people to be on my art team. Everybody that's on my art team are people who really enjoy my books because I know they are just as excited as I am.
Yeah.
So that's my strategy: surrounding myself with people who love what I do and letting them all work together to push my name out there to market myself, and it works.
I definitely love your books. I've been loving your books since day one. I
From
love
day one, you was the very first one.
I had from day one, like when I saw I don't know where I saw it, but I was like, ooh, I love this cover. Let me read this.
Yeah.
And after that, I just was kind of hooked on anything you put out, even your dark stuff,
Yeah,
which
because
is
chaos
shocking.
blew up on TikTok, and I really wasn't TikTok heavy at that time, but
Mm.
everybody loved chaos. So when I started looking through videos of people who did reviews on chaos, I found you.
Yeah, I need to get back into doing my reviews, but life be life.
But it's a good thing. You got a lot of blessings. I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Yeah, I had to like go find a clue because I was doing too much.
Yeah. And I'm excited. You got the tour, another event coming up in December. I see you
Yeah,
in February. I'm part of the February one. So
I know. I cannot wait to meet you. I'm just sad I won't get to meet Morgan and
no.
Houston. I'm so sad.
And that
'Cause-
was a difficult situation. I do talk to Morgan on a daily, and she didn't want to have to pull out, but she is. We both are contemplating doing another one next year, towards the end of next year. So you'll see her.
I hope so because I wanted to fangirl.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes,
I
yes.
got the well, at least I get to fangirl to you in person.
I'm a hugger, guys. I am a
Oh,
sucker gal. So, but now with you, because I know how touch is, I will ask permission. I will always ask your
thank you.
permission. You're
Thank
welcome.
you. A lot of people don't do that. They just go in for the kill.
My son doesn't like to be touched.
I allow it because,
Mm-mm.
but afterwards I'm kind of like,
Drained.
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I understand.
So tell me about these book boxes. You have these book boxes that you have out.
Mhm.
Now, why did you want to do a book box?
I think that was just more of me trying marketing and see what works, and
Mm.
it was successful. The book boxes are closed now. They go out next weekend. Everybody that ordered one will get it next weekend, and that's what I'm actually sipping on.
Look at that.
Yes, that's the cup that comes with it.
Now,
And somebody did ask what was in my cup. It is a little wine, just a little.
yeah, well, y'all know yep. Mhm. I mean, if I'm not drinking, I'm usually detoxing, so it don't. It
Yeah.
is what it is. But tell me what is. When are we gonna get like a collab between you and Morgan?
I don't know if a lot of people notice. Me and Morgan started off part of the same publishing company. We actually signed right behind each other within a few months, right? The way me and Morgan got close was because originally we were going to collab. Unfortunately, I ended up walking away and she did it not too long afterwards, so we never got that chance. But I have confidence in the future we will.
I
We
would love
will.
to see a collab with you guys. I would love to see a collab with you guys because y'all both have some interesting characters that
Yeah.
could possibly meet up and do some crazy shit in a book. I'm just saying, I would love to see that. And may I ask, how did you learn to write the way you do? Was
What do
that
you
just
mean?
like, I don't know? It's a lot of times I just be like, oh, I went to school for this, or I used to write this in elementary school or in high school. How?
Honestly, it's really just a talent. I won't say that I haven't always been good at telling stories.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those kids who didn't have to study in high school. I just aced it, right? Especially papers. But as far as college, and I don't have a college degree in creative writing. It's really just a talent for me. It's just something I discovered later in life.
And ain't
I
nothing wrong
just
with
sit
that.
down and write.
Damn. So how often do you give yourself time to just um sit back and look at everything that you've accomplished so far?
I'm starting to do it more now because I don't view my writing the same way other people do, right? Sometimes I get so focused on getting the next book out or the next goal that I don't take a time to step back and see how far I've came in such a little time, right?
Yeah.
Now I sit back and I be like, okay, Tori, you've done this, you've done this, you've done that. You're okay. Breathe. Because I can be a little bit of a perfectionist at times, right?
Yeah.
Or competitive. But now I sit back and I tell myself, you've done a lot. It's okay. You slow down. Because if I don't slow down, then I'll burn out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've been there. Shit. I damn near said fuck this podcast. Um
I'm glad you didn't though.
yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I just needed to take a moment to gather myself.
Right.
So what can we expect the new book to come out?
It comes out on my birthday, 12/04. Um,
And do we have a synopsis that you
Not yet, but when I send out arcs will go out Friday afternoon next week or Saturday morning. The synopsis will be ready then. Well, I'm going to tell you it is urban and it is dark. And it's probably not going to be the dark that you guys are thinking of in some ways.
Wait, what?
Because there's different ways of darkness, and I don't think people realize that, right?
Okay.
When you think dark romance, all you think about is unaliving or obsessiveness. Mason does do that. He is obsessive, but his darkness is a little deeper than that.
I mean, when I think of dark, I think about the motherfucker that jizzed on her fucking stomach for the GP while he's poking somebody's eye out. Now that was dark. That what?
That was dark in one way, but Mason's dark in another way.
Oh hell.
But you are gonna get the classic unalive, and I'm off a few people, beat up a few people.
Well, we
The
get
classic.
Kofi's story.
You will get Kofi. After Mason's story, Kofi is coming out next. I'm projecting it to come around Valentine's Day. I want it to be like a Valentine's book for y'all, but I promise you guys, y'all will get Kofi. It's already in plans. I already got all my books planned out for next year.
So what he gonna be a Kofi and it's gonna be a fucking unhinged Valentine's?
I mean, you know, it takes the right woman to bring the unhinged out of man.
Holy shit. Lord have mercy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at Shannon. She all for it. She just loving this. She's having the time of her life. This is her fucking shit right here. So what is next in regards to book signings? In regards to maybe even virtual book signings. Um,
I don't have any virtual book signings for next year, but I do have a few book events. The first one is in February in Tulsa with you. Yes. And I'm excited about that. And I'm glad that's going to be my first one because I feel like I will be the most comfortable. I
mm,
have another one in Detroit with the con something. It's around April. And then in May, I am doing the Black Romance Festival in Atlanta.
I know. And then hopefully, sometimes later that year, maybe even in Chicago.
I mean, that's the one we looking at. You called it.
Maybe in Chicago,
That
y'all
is
can
definitely the one we're looking at. We'll see a little
fly
Chicago.
through.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Cause I would love to see y'all, and then I can fangirl together.
Yes, that is definitely the one we both were discussing coming to.
Because I really love you and Morgan Rose. When I say, let me tell y'all something about Jatoria and Morgan. On my birthday, they really made my day. Shocked the fuck out of me. So the drink,
Always.
huh?
Always.
The drink was on them. I was shocked as shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect nothing from nobody. But when I say I really love an author, I really love an author. And Morgan Rose, I've been following her since the beginning of her career. And I've been
Mm-hmm.
following Jatoria since the beginning of her career. And I just love their writing. That's why I'm trying to get them to do a book together. But you know what I'm saying? They are like two of the nicest people. Like for real, legitimate, nice people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to find nice people that are legitimately nice people. So if you have not read anything from Tutorial C, you are doing a disservice for yourself from yourself. I'm telling you. If you're not a dark romance girly, I'm it's okay. It's okay. You can read it. I promise you. You might go through the shit I went through, but you can read it. So, what is your advice to someone who's starting out into dark romance? Someone who wants to go into dark romance but are having self doubts about it, and especially being a black woman or a black male going into dark romance because I weigh heavy with saying that the genre is predominantly white.
Right,
And
it is.
what is your advice to them to not be intimidated because of that?
I would always, my first advice would be to read dark romance and read dark romance that aligns with you. Me personally, anybody that knows me knows I love Can You Write Down, right? Taylor Rose, and it's because she keep her black girls true to nature, right? Chantel Davis, that's another one I love down. So before I ventured over into that genre, I read a lot of dark romances that align with what I wanted to write, what I wanted my books to portray. So
Mm-hmm.
when I sat down, I felt more confident, like, okay, this can be done. And I,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I give my mind permission. I don't hold back. As you've read my books, you know I don't hold back. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's another thing. I don't hold back. What comes out, comes out.
So, what's your advice to the black woman that wants to go into urban fiction where um, you have a lot of people that will say urban fiction is too ghetto? That's why I don't read it. Maybe if you did contemporary romance, and nothing against contemporary, but maybe if you did contemporary romance, so I might read it. What's your advice to them?
To be smart. That's not an intelligent statement. Anybody who reads a lot of book knows that mafia romance have more trauma than just urban romance. So what do you mean? That statement doesn't make sense. You cannot go into writing a book worried about what other people think. That is where you're going to mess up at. You have to trust your pen. It doesn't matter what other people think. If this is how you want to write, if this is what you feel comfortable writing, because the moment that you try to put yourself in a situation and write in an environment that you don't feel comfortable in, that you're forcing yourself, the readers are going to be able to tell it's forced.
Yeah.
Like when we read some interracial books and they write a black woman, and I'm like, who is this? Where we can tell it.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you tell someone who wants to give up? Who wants to give up because they haven't been seen and they just haven't met their tribe yet. But how do you tell them not to give up?
I'm one of those people who pour into everybody around me, even people that I don't talk to daily. I'll just out the blue message you, right, and pour into you. So it's okay to want to give up. It's okay. Feel how you feel, but you're not going to. Not if I'm in your life, you're not. You can feel how you want to feel. You can cry. You can scream. We can look. You want to smash plates together? Let's FaceTime each other. What do you want to do? But giving up isn't an option. Sometimes some people get there faster, but just because they get there faster to you don't mean you're not going to get there.
Yeah.
It's not a race.
So, what is the last thing I want to ask you? Well, the last two questions I want to ask you is what is the thing you tell to the black girl who's in high school who wants to grow up to be a writer but is shy and she just doesn't feel like no one would listen to her voice?
That when she writes, that is her way of giving herself a voice. Because a lot of writers, believe it or not, I'm not a shy person. But a lot of writers are shy people. That actually fits a writer perfectly. And I would tell them that that's okay. It's okay to be shy. But when you write that person how you want to write that person. They don't have to be shy like you. Just trust your pen. Trust your pen is listen. Trust your pen. Have confidence. And if you don't have confidence, we'll figure it out. We'll listen to subliminals. I'll tell you every day. I'll text you every day and tell you, you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are that girl. That's
Okay.
just what I do.
To the new readers that are on here, why should they read your books?
Because I'm funny. No, seriously. Because so you can see that a person who didn't have a master's degree in creative writing, who came into the industry and went through a lot, have accomplished so much. All of my books I've ever dropped has hit the charts. I have 3 bestsellers as of now, damn near back to back. Yes. So it doesn't matter how you start. It doesn't matter what background you come from. It doesn't matter if you don't feel as smart as the other girls. It don't matter if you're shy and you don't like to be around people, because my friend is she doesn't like to be socially around people. You can do it. You can do it.
Okay. So, how do the people get in contact with you as far as your social media handles, and where do they go to buy your books?
Right now, I am doing a Black Friday sale. So if you go to any one of my social media sites, including TikTok, there's a link tree where it shows everything. If you click on the books, it will take you straight to my PayHip where you can get all of my books signed. And like I said, I have a link tree on all of my sites. And also at the end, at the back of every one of my books, I always include a paragraph to let you know how you can reach me, all my Facebook handle names. And I'm always open. I have a lot of readers who jump in my inbox just to conversate with me, and I'm cool with that.
Okay. I appreciate you for coming on here.
Thank you.
Um, I just I love your pen game. I
Thank
love
you.
you as a
Thank you.
person, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. I know you're gonna break the. I know you're gonna break the wall to that dark romance top 100. I just
Yes.
feel it, and because your pen game is just sick. If you can get the reaction that you got from me out of just a one book, the first book, you know what I'm saying? Shit, hell, all three. But if you
Mhm.
can get that reaction from me, then I everybody should read your books. Everybody
Right.
should read your books. And the fact that you brought up Kenya Wright, which is my dog, I love
That is
Kenya.
my. I can't wait to meet her.
That is my dog. I wish you would have came to Chicago. I wish you could have came to Chicago this year. She was there.
I know. I saw the videos. I was so
Man,
jealous.
she is such an awesome person. She is
Yeah.
such an awesome person. One of these days, I'm gonna have to connect you two so I can do a live video with both. Because I know she's going to Japan, so
Mm.
I connect you two to talk
I'm gonna
because
be nervous.
she has such a wealth of knowledge. She has a wealth of knowledge. But once again, I want to say thank you. I'm so
Thank
proud of
you.
you.
Thank
Um,
you.
I look forward to seeing what you are going to do next. I'm
Hmm.
scared at the same fucking time. And I just can't wait to meet you in February.
Thank you so much, and I can't wait to meet you too. Thank you for having me on here. I enjoyed it.
See, you didn't even have to be nervous.
I'm still nervous, believe it or not.
Lord, I give up. But thank you so much. And as for everybody else, I will. Shannon has said she misses my face because I don't do lives anymore. I don't do all that because I'm just enjoying life. So I'll probably come on later on tonight for like an hour or two, and I stress an hour or two, and be on live. So
Well, I'll see y'all guys soon. I'll jump on.
all right,
I'll be in the comments though.
okay,
Bye,
all right,
guys.
bye y'all.